LIXT. This is gapping up pre-market on some positive news. I mean, a huge jump from essentially $1.08 to almost $4, high of 393. We have kind of broken VWAP now and are in a bit of a pickle. Coming back to this other, pre-market level, this 260. It's going to have to hold that, and hopefully, or not hopefully, but rather, if it holds that and tries to reclaim VWAP, before the bell, you might see a push up on the open. It is a lower float. Let me just double check. Yeah, I mean, shares 13 million, float's going to be lower than that. It's got a history of, popping and dropping, so I guess on the flip side, it's not as surprising that it might fade or break down here. In terms of some levels, anything we're at has been really well established, months before. Trying to find we do kind of have a level here at the 267, that's where we're kind of seeing right now. Have some more consolidation at perhaps 2.9. Doesn't seem to be much in play. But just on the daily here, it looks like this 3.2 level is something to possibly watch. We have a little bit of some previous consolidation there. I mean, definitely has some good volume right now, pre-market. It's just going to depend if, this thing can come back up and reclaim VWAP. Then we might see some more action on just fade back down. I mean, it's got a ways away to yesterday's close, so it could see another fade. All right, let's look at BCDA. This thing has, popped up pre-market and is almost just retraced any move that it's made. It is a lower float, 16 million, up on some news. Made a move up to the high, or a high of 380.84, just broken through support at 280, and now we're kind of consolidating at this 2.5 level, which has really been kind of almost like the top resistance of the past few months. Now it's kind of acting as support. Volume is fading out a little bit here in the pre-market. It's got a ways to go to get back up to VWAP. This is going to be, maybe it gets a slow grind through the morning, back up to VWAP. It's going to really need a move almost up to, I would say, 3.7 for it to get a real big pop. So this one's looking like it might be just a consolidation. And let's look at VERU. This one, again, has been on the radar all day yesterday, making huge moves. After hours, we kind of consolidated in between this $14 and $12 range. We did make a move up to past the 14 and kind of broke through that on a breakout for high of 15.35. Volume has been kind of lighter than the after hours and pre-market. I think it will really need to stay above VWAP and above 14 to see a squeeze on the open. Otherwise, probably going to see a fade down. I mean, this thing has really made a huge move from $4 to $14. So if the buyers aren't there to step in with the volume, it's likely that it will just kind of fade down and reach perhaps a different level to consolidate on, because this is just such a drastic move. Sometimes when stocks make drastic moves, they tend to reach a higher level of consolidation that would perhaps be unexpected. But still, this is such a drastic high move. We're going to see a lot of probably continuation today with volume. It just depends on what direction it is. But then, long term, this thing is, people are probably going to get in short for a long term over, a couple months. So definitely one to watch on the open, and just the minutes leading up to it. Just this 14 level really can be above that, above VWAP. Might see a possible squeeze.